All right, welcome to the first Janky Journalists podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Black Mamba Ross.
Big Orca.
And you know who it is. Pablo.
This is our first time doing this. This will be a little rough, a little bare bones.
Expect some turbulence.
Hopefully we'll make something out of this. As things develop, things will get stronger by presentation. Boys, how are we doing today?
Well, I'm feeling great. Fantastic.
Feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
What's up with you?
I'm doing pretty good. Today was a little strange. Woke up real early, 8. Had to get chopped up. Boy,
Ooh, that boy came through.
shout out to my boy Gibbs. Get on his Instagram. Just cut it. That's my boy. Check him out.
He chopped me up yesterday. I had to miss it today. Boy. Had to quarter zip trim.
Damn.
Yeah.
Had to go Tommy.
Boy came through trim.
Yeah. I like that. But today's been, been hyped about this. Let's get into a couple topics. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. Live on Netflix.
Dog. That Netflix bag is deep.
I don't really care about that. I want to talk about the fight itself. In particular, the face-off from yesterday. Because I think after that, I think people were on the fence about if the fight was going to be fixed or if there was going to be some kind of clause, if it was going to be anything but, Queensberry rules straight up. But it was definitely clear that Anthony Joshua is taking this fight very, very seriously.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is as real as it gets then.
Oh, you ain't seen it yet.
No, I haven't.
We got to check into that.
Because I was just about to say, there's probably a lot of people out there who are like, everybody, at this point, a lot of people know who Jake Paul is.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knows who Jake Paul is. For the most part.
There might be a lot of people out there who don't know who Anthony Joshua are.
Yeah.
I can see that because I wasn't real familiar
Unless you
with his game until D-Money recommended me to check.
That's kind of, this is the first time that this has happened with Jake Paul to the point where somebody didn't know the other person's name really.
Yeah.
He's taking on somebody that is actually an active boxer.
Yeah.
That's
after
the difference.
And
unless you watch boxing, you don't know who Anthony Joshua is. It's not like he's prime time or flashy like that.
I would say that most people who watch boxing know who Anthony Joshua is.
100%. Unless you watch boxing.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people. Well,
if you don't watch boxing, you know who Floyd Mayweather is.
Yeah.
Until this year, I bet a lot of people who don't watch boxing do know who Bud Crawford is.
Okay. I see what you mean. I see your point. As far as when it comes to casuals and people who just watch it just for, yeah. But I guess my question is, being Jake Paul, have you pulling up any highlight reels of Anthony Joshua? How can you see that and then be like, yeah, I got this.
This is Jake's fight to win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the question is does Jake Paul really think he can get this done? Or is there something else there that we don't know? Because he still has an extreme amount of confidence.
Whew, this is tough. Because we hear so much about how Jake Paul has came out in the... I didn't see the face-off from yesterday. But I saw the previous one where they had their first introductory back and forth.
The face to chest?
Yeah.
Face to chest.
And they did their interview afterwards, and Jake Paul said it himself. As everybody has said, they think that he's delusional. And he said, hey, this is the delusion that kind of keeps my gas going. This is the first time that we've seen him in a predicament where he now has a pound-for-pound or boxing ranking, and he's actually defending that or standing behind it.
I would definitely very lightly say ranking, because even if he was ranked, which I don't think he is, because the only person he fought...
What is he doing it for then?
Well, for the spectacle of it, for sure, but certainly not to get ranked, because he'd have to. The only person I know that he fought that was ranked was Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury didn't get ranked until after they fought. That's what got him ranked in the first place.
It's all been a show up until now.
So
this is kind of like a deciding factor.
I guess you can call it Judgment Day.
Which is cool because that's funny because that's what they were calling it.
That's funny.
The most interesting part is, so Tank had the fight at first, and Jake was, on top of the fact that he was training to fight somebody smaller, he was also kind of using that as like his overall stance of being able to handle this. Like, even if you are a little bit more skilled than me, I'm a lot bigger than you, so I'm just gonna be able to crack you. You're not gonna be able to lay enough damage on me to, make it count or make it matter. Starts a camp, and then very quickly has to shift over to fight Anthony Joshua, and it, in doing that, reverses those same terms just on him.
Yeah,
I noticed that
100%.
One of the things he commented on was saying he questioned the fact that AJ chose to cut weight, go for a leaner build, and Jake Paul was a little confused. He expected a big man slug him out fight, and the fact that,
well, I don't think that's because I don't think Jake Paul is ever gonna get as big as him. Matter of fact, Jake Paul's not a heavyweight; he's a cruiserweight.
There's no way.
yeah,
And there's two divisions in between, even in between.
I think he was expecting him to stay with a bulkier build.
Well, he was. I don't know. I don't know if what he was. I think he was planning on doing was trying to take away his power without understanding that. Being hitting hard at 245, he fought Usyk at 245. So it's not.
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up because I noticed, and I only got a chance to catch the first Usyk fight, but the commentators were saying Usyk prioritized his speed.
Yeah, because Usyk moved up.
Yeah, because he moved up
cruiserweight to heavyweight.
And I connected that with AJ pointing out that he trained with Usyk.
He trains with Usyk right now.
Yeah, training with Usyk, Pierce Intense, in preparation for this.
Not before this. He was switching. He was
switching
switching camps regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't switch camps to train with Usyk's team to fight
Like,
Jake Paul.
But
It was just
you're right.
Yeah.
But I think
hope not.
to cover differences, like turning your weaknesses into your strengths.
there's nothing wrong with a different look.
Yeah, I think that's where he was going with, and I'm realizing that now when he said, "Yeah, no, I've been training." With
And to be clear, he was not prepping any kind of way for Jake Paul. Jake Paul kind of called him out of the blue. He was switching camps to train anyway because he's going to make some kind of run towards the championship this next year.
But was it out the blue?
But
Based on what we know about Jake Paul and the
they both
shows
said it.
that he put on.
Well, they both have said it, that he just called him out of nowhere. You got to keep in mind, Joshua his promoter is Eddie Hearn.
Right.
And so it's not calling Joshua to make fights. That's not how fights work. You don't call an opponent. It's management and promoters who do that kind of thing. But Eddie Hearn's, he's a very, very, very seasoned promoter.
So what we know about Jake Paul and what he's done in the past, we don't at all think that there is a fact of the matter that this wasn't already on the back burner.
No,
we always think that he was genuinely going to fight Tank at this level.
Yeah, I think there's a massive difference in the people, the camps, the associations, and the promotions that he's fought with and the people before to what they're dealing with now. This is prime time as it gets, championship level in every aspect, from the fighter to the promotion to the presentation. They have hosted, and we're not talking about even some of the fighters that he's had, as much as you would call them legends of their own sport. They are not being backed by promotional legends, promotional people who are active. So I think whatever program Jake Paul thought he was going to be able to run probably didn't translate into anything, of worth when it came down to dealing with these Englishmen. So I think it really came down to Jake Paul called him, asked him if he wanted to fight. He said yeah. Then when they got into negotiations, I'm pretty sure that it's hard nosed because they're trying to do it. They're going to treat it like it's another fight. They're not treating it like it's a spectacle. you got to keep in mind he's dealing with the people that he's dealing with. These are all people from the UK.
Yeah.
So they might, for the most part, probably even glimpse Jake Paul and the business that he's doing
as anything.
Yeah,
it's not really a financial advantage.
So you took it, yeah.
I can't see that.
I wouldn't say that. Financial advantage,
it's definitely that. That's the reason why they're taking on this.
What I'm saying is,
the amount had to be enough for them to get their attention.
Eddie Hearn is a big time promoter. You could say he's like Dana White if there were multiple Dana Whites in the UFC and it wasn't ran by one person. Frank Warren. There's a bunch of different legendary promoters. But this one in particular, Eddie Hearn, is extremely professional. It's put together extremely big fights. So there's a certain professionalism that I think going into this that kind of scrubs out this whole YouTuber freak show aspect of it, because they certainly didn't treat it like that. And when you've seen the you watched it face to face yesterday, you can tell how they're approaching it. They're approaching it like it's an actual fight.
Professional.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I feel like I've seen that. I mean, we've seen Jake Paul on his legendary run.
It's a clown show.
100%. And also, my biggest thing is we've never seen the opponents put in any promo towards this. If we didn't know that Jake Paul was fighting and his team was pushing it out there, who else was going to put it on?
I also think, and I hate that you haven't, I wish we could pull it up, but the interviews, it's like 20, 30 minutes. But there's a few things that happened during that interview, and I keep on to interview, that face-off that really kind of set the tone. It made me really kind of wonder if Jake Paul's actually, prepared for the situation he's put himself into. I think one thing that Joshua brought up, a couple things, he was able to pretty easily assess what kind of boxer Jake Paul was trying to be, and then named off a bunch of different kinds of boxers, sluggers, outside punchers, your people who stick behind the jab, your marauders who just move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People who are able to move successfully off their chin. People who are able to move successfully off their cardio. Yeah. There's all kinds of different fighters. A boxer is somebody who tries to mold all of those things into this perfect machine that hits when they need to, is out of the way, incorporating, your head movement, footwork, understanding angles, being able to set traps, being able to walk people into shots you want to do. All that. That's what being a boxer is. And he assessed that Jake Paul is trying to emulate that particular style, which is one of the harder styles. You need to put a lot of work into that. It's like being an MMA practitioner, but equally taking on each aspect. Boxing, kickboxing, your Muay Thai, your jiu-jitsu, and your wrestling, and then you throw some judo in there too.
Yeah.
It's like doing all that and then expecting to be great, a true MMA practitioner. And it's kind of tough to do that kind of thing without an immense amount of work and practice. And Josh will point out the fact that although Jake Paul is trying to present that image, and he does, he fights like that, which
you're not seeing the work?
It's not that. It's more of the fact that Jake Paul doesn't really have a boxing type. Because up until he fought, Tommy Fury, you could definitely call Jake a power puncher because that was his style.
Yeah.
Set it up, set the jab up,
100%.
then he'd land something heavy and get you right out of there.
Yeah.
That was like his MO, his motive. That would mean he's a slugger. He's a slugger. When we fought Tommy Fury, I believe when that happened, I don't want to say that I'm a big enough Jake Paul boxing fan. I love me a good freak show, but I definitely don't have my analysis eyes on, my analyst eyes on.
He hasn't
when
given
I'm
us a
watching
reason
him.
to.
Yeah, but the Tommy Fury fight put him in his place, showed him the levels, as they would say. And then I think after that, he switched it up. And he did start taking boxing a little more seriously. I don't mean like boxing, but I mean the aspect of understanding your footwork, head movement, and all that. Because he looked bad. He looked bad. So
bad he went out there and...
Then I think so. Then,
well,
no, because he had but he'd had a few fights in between there too. He fought two journeymen, and then he fought Julio Cesar Chavez. So he changed his fighting style then to be more of a boxing type.
So we had to take him a little bit serious, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he doesn't really have a style that he's been able to craft in this 5 years that he's boxing. Joshua has been doing this for 18 years. And he pointed that out to him. The stuff you're trying to do, I've been doing that. I've been actively doing that for about 18 years. So I don't think this is going to be anywhere like, we're not on the same level.
Yeah, no, he didn't really have I noticed he did not have a rebuttal for that. He did give him his big ups, because that's when Cameron, the D1 instigator, pointed out, so you do give him the respect that he deserves. And he's saying, I'm not giving it to him, but he doesn't have the life, essentially, he doesn't have the life experience in the boxing realm to go toe-to-toe in the way he's saying he's going to go toe-to-toe. Right. And after watching the videos, the fights that you recommended, and just the first Usyk fight, I can say, just comparing both fight recaps, I don't think his style of being aggressive, straight on, is really going to benefit him, because I notice Anthony's style is more so set it up, but really look for that outside striking opportunity.
He's elite level. He's Olympic.
Yeah, no.
But when have we ever seen Jake Paul put on a production where it didn't benefit him? So it's like, do we take this as a production, or do we go ahead and give him his credit for finally go ahead and putting his hat in the ring and taking this serious?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Because he's lost before, so it's not like he's gonna.
This will be very different.
I agree with you. I'm saying, as far as his record is concerned, there is a loss there, so it's not like he's blemishless and he has to worry about maintaining an undefeated.
That happened on DAZN. This didn't happen on Netflix.
I don't think that's the issue.
So I think now it's just so. For Jake, I can see it being more so. Let me show you guys that I'm here for the sport, not for the followers.
He made it very clear that he's there because he believes he's going to knock him out sometime in the 5th round.
He's going to knock him out.
I definitely agree with you. But what I'm saying is that's
he feels like he's about to be here fighting for his life.
He's about to be in a dark corner.
He's going to get shown the levels.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What's that?
About to find out about
phrase?
yourself.
He's about to create a moment with that man.
And another thing you pointed out was Jake Paul. He does a lot of his work in these fights mentally.
Yeah.
He's playing with your mind, doing a bunch of silly stuff, antics.
Yeah.
Kind of making fun of you, not taking you seriously at any point.
We've seen this from Conor McGregor.
He's done
but
this with
somebody
everybody.
that can back it up.
Yeah, but as far as Jake Paul goes, he's always used that. I can't really think of any time. Well, and mind you, I haven't watched all of the extra press that goes on with his fights, but there have been a few times I said when he fought Tyron Woodley, when he fought Fury, and that might have been it. But you pay attention to those, like the way because he be really laughing people off.
Yeah.
But this time around,
them jokes did not land in the interview.
I don't even think it's just that. I think as he's going through it, because he signed up for the fight. Then they meet up for the first time. Then the camps start dealing with each other. I think that this is all a lot more serious than their camp is, because they've never gone against anybody. They've never gone against a team like this.
Didn't realize it's going to turn out into this.
Not just a promoter who's going to make sure. I think that Jake Paul was like, well, I want to fight Anthony Joshua. You want to fight? And he was like, right, man, we can fight. And I think once they got to the point where they were really going to fight, I think that was around a time where Jake Paul was like, all right,
we really about to fight.
Yeah, we really about to do this. And I think yesterday was the first time he realized that
we really about to fight.
This man is.
There ain't no backing out from this now.
Showing up. Yeah, because at one point, what he say? He goes, I'm going to take your soul.
He does. He said, I'm going to slowly take your soul.
Yeah.
But that's the formality for this.
Yeah, because he has to break him.
That was where
that was Joshua who said that?
Yeah.
Yes, he said.
Ooh, that's menacing.
His goal is to break him, and the soul is the formality.
And I understand that. What was Jake's response to that?
He was saying God is on his side.
That was actually, it's funny that you asked that because I was thinking about this after because I watched it again. So Jake Paul had
He can't prepare for that.
He had a whole narrative. He was like, you know, this dude. He's trash.
Mm-hmm.
His skills are basic. You saw what Dubois did to him. He's gonna flex him. And they had that whole back and forth about how he was gonna, you know, the difference in levels. And then at one point, Cam asked him, "Are you aware that it's pretty important that you not only handily beat this man, but you got to get it done in, you know, in a handful of rounds."
Yeah.
He goes, "Do you agree with the notion that if this goes to decision, that's still a loss?"
Yeah, you take Jake Paul to a decision. What does that say about your record?
He was like, "Well, to a certain degree, yeah.
He acknowledged that.
We have to.
as a
The
serious
levels
boxer.
have to be shown.
Jake doesn't.
And more importantly, I know the person that I'm dealing with, the kind of fighter that I'm dealing with, and Jake Paul's one who likes to play mental games. You can hit Jake Paul. I'm paraphrasing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hit him. That's not how you beat him. You're going to have to break him mentally. Like I always say, you know, drag him in the deep water, make him find out about this stuff. That's actually a quote from Khabib. He was asking Khabib how he
goes a
fights.
long
He was
way
like,
right
I
there.
dragged them into deep water and make them find out about themselves. And I think, and Joshua
Unfortunately,
basically,
that is a bar.
and Joshua basically explained that concept to Cameron, you know, and, you know, to Jake Paul. And he goes, "I'm going to take his soul." And it clicked over.
That man
It
said
clicked
that's
over
the
right in time to see
formality.
Jake Paul. And Jake Paul's like,
How'd you take that in? Oh,
he just,
boy.
yeah.
He didn't have nothing smart to say.
It was like one of those moments where you could tell that he knew that his face would taste too much, so he couldn't do nothing. So he just kind of like, okay. He just processed it, and he was like, he goes like, God's on my side. And then proceeded for the rest of that, and I found this the most interesting. And I actually didn't catch this till the second time around. But he goes on for the rest of the interview to go from talking about how he's going to knock him out to how God has ordained this matter to happen.
Exactly. So I'm glad you caught
God
that.
Cool. I
I'm glad
love
you
that.
caught
He had
that
Jesus,
dissect
and,
oil
yeah, and
out.
after he talked about taking his soul, his whole
It went
narrative
from
past that was
bravado
like, Jesus,
to
God will see me through.
That sets a bit of a
have
stage
wrote the
for
check
me that now
that I can't
he's
cancel.
actually in a real match.
Yeah.
And there's no ducking this shit. He is fighting an actual boxer that is taking him serious as a boxer. It's dope that this is in your realm. You're putting on a promo show, but also at the same time, we're taking you on as the athlete that you have portrayed yourself to be, that you say that you are. There's no backing out from that. That response goes a long way. You're not talking about your camp anymore. You're talking about, oh man, I'm leaning on my faith.
Exactly.
Well, I think, and I heard somebody, shout out to the Wade concept, because this is actually where I got, Wade's the one who brought this up.
Shout out.
The faith and potential danger in somebody who believes in that higher calling that they're doing, especially fighting, that they're fighting for a higher cause that almost won't allow them to lose, is real. And like I said, dangerous, because it's almost like a extra set of belief is something scary.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, I don't think that will come into any kind of factor in this fight. I think the skill difference is too far apart. I think a puncher's chance is even a real thing.
Yeah.
I think that concept doesn't make any sense, because yeah, you may be able to hit somebody, but for the most part, when you say that phrase, you're kind of conceding to the fact that somebody is that much better than you that you have a lucky shot. And it's more realistic that person's going to find an edge, find your weakness, pick up on something that you're missing out on, and take advantage of that before you land this lucky punch.
Right.
Yeah. Like you've only seen that a handful of times in your life.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, you would be banking on them. You're banking on a window of opportunity, a very small window of opportunity opening up.
But I mean, that's what Jake Paul has operated off of his whole entire, what we've seen of his career.
This is not finna be
I would say most of the time the people that he's fighting has a puncher's chance. When he fought Nate Robinson, he'd be the one who had a puncher's chance because he was the one who wasn't fighting.
But nobody's taking Jake Paul on as an athlete. They've always looked at him as a silly dude.
We've been doing this for 5 years now. I mean,
so we had no choice but to take him serious. And this is the point.
I'm sure he's put his 10,000 hours in as far as boxing.
Safe to say.
He's not a great boxer. He's not elite level. He might not even be national, certainly not continentally ranked, but maybe not even nationally ranked.
No, I think he broke that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he's actually broken the rankings into there.
When he fought Julio?
Yeah. So I think that's
okay. Then
we're kind of hitting that turning point right now.
Then I stand corrected. Sorry. I stand corrected. But
that may explain why AJ is taking him serious.
He has to. I mean,
I think you would take anybody seriously as a professional. You shouldn't. You don't want
he's fighting somebody that's active right now.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that
and that still has a career to
take
go
away from Jake Paul as a boxer. But I think, and again, just from what I noticed, like body language wise, like the clocking in, so to speak, like this is a job for him. He said, I'm a hustler. I know how to, this is a job for me. I'm here to clock in and I'm clocking out. And I think with Jake Paul,
I mean,
we don't need to know you as a hustler. We need to know you as a boxer.
I'm saying that's what like him and Cameron was talking, when Cameron was talking. So
I hear you, but we're talking about Anthony Joshua. This is
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, so you don't need to say that he's clocking in. Like, we know what he's, the question was there going to be any funny business when it came to this, the Queensberry rules or not?
The conspiracy theorist in me is screaming out loud, it's going to be something there. It's going to be the funny business there. But I personally feel like you can have all the funny business in the world, but at the end of the day, it's still human versus him. You got to go in there by yourself, and you got to hope that the time it works is there for the funny business to occur.
They actually said, and Anthony Joshua said that same thing. It's just going to be me and you in there.
Exactly.
That because
it's
now
just
it feels more genuine.
They're not going to be calling out your coach name. They're going to be saying Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua.
Because I don't think that's what we would have got if we saw him fight Tank at all.
No.
I think he would have. Yeah, well, the approach certainly would have been different because he'd have been the bigger fish. He would have been.
And I don't think that's for no reason, but that's neither here nor there.
No, I think Tank Davis messed up his own situation there.
Yeah, it
was a bad look.
But here we are now with him and AJ coming up this weekend.
I can't think of a scenario where because you could have just said you're fighting Joshua the whole time. There's no reason to debate the Tank fight.
Tank is a bigger fighter publicly than Anthony Joshua is.
That is 100% a lie. That's 110% a lie. Matter of fact, Tank isn't even well received right now considering what he did in the ring against Freddie Roach. I mean, not Freddie Roach. Roach. Lamont Roach, sorry.
Lamont Roach?
Yeah. Yeah, that was hands down one of the most embarrassing things you could do. So he instantly lost his credibility. Similar to Ben Whitaker backflipping out of the ring with his opponent. It was a really bad look. And then to skip that fight to try to fight Jake Paul, yeah. Also, Tank does name 3 of Tank's opponents. Not to put you on the spot, and if you can't do it, then that's fine. But that's kind of my point. I can't name 3 of Tank's opponents other than Ryan Garcia, Mario
Rolly Romero. There we go. You give me a 3.
All right,
Rolly. Yeah, and we're talking about Rolly. Clarissa Shields just popped out and said she could beat that nigga up.
I'm not going to comment on that because.
No, all right, never mind. No.
Comment on that.
Hey, shout out to the ladies out there doing their thing.
Clarissa Shields and all the.
As well.
There you go.
My point is, because he actually had to look on the computer to help you. My point is how did those fights end? How did the Mario Barrios fight end? All right, then. Well, so my point is that he doesn't have although people were fans of Tank because he was like a small Tyson, especially getting all those consecutive knockouts, it's going to make anybody noteworthy. But you have to hold on to Anthony Joshua, even though he lost to Usyk, who's the best heavyweight in the world on the planet.
I just want to say.
He got dropped by Dubois. That happens. But Anthony Joshua is one of the most well-respected.
Great fighter.
One of the most well-respected beyond that. Championship level. He's a legend.
Yes,
so 100%. I do not. That matter of fact, there may be a few people. There's people here who don't know who Tank is. There ain't nobody over there in the UK who don't know who Anthony Joshua is.
They were playing Hey Jude to get that man
here
back
in the U.S. And I can talk about cliques that I've been in, circles that I've been
You
around.
don't know who Anthony Joshua is?
That don't know who Anthony Joshua is, but you can get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I guarantee you that you're going to see Gervonta Davis's face pop up, and that person will be more recognized than Anthony Joshua, even though he is a great in the boxing realm, 100%.
That Anthony Joshua
But he has more of a social presence.
I do not agree with you at all. I think you and your circle may know who Tank is, but I mean, Anthony Joshua's been boxing longer than Tank. He was in 100%. The Olympics, so to a boxing fan, he's been on a bigger stage for longer. He's fought.
But we're in the world realm right now where boxing is
he's fought the best of the best. Tank has not fought anybody of note that would bring the crowd. He fought. I mean, Joshua fought Dubois. He fought Usyk twice. He fought the best boxer in the world twice.
I think this is perfect for the fans and the watchers out here to go ahead and talk about in the chat.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Y'all know who Anthony Joshua is, or do you know who Tank is? Gervonta Davis, excuse me. I don't want to take away from any of that. But both of them
also in the comments,
credited.
Be sure to put your favorite 3 Tank fights without having to look up. Without having to look up those fights. And of course, the Garcia fight does not count. Can you name the person that he knocked out right before he fought Roach? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He's what you would call a paper champ. He has knocked out a lot of people.
So right.
A lot of journeymen and no-namers.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason he took the Roach fight was because he fought him before. And just assumed he had his number.
I thought it was more they was buddy. Yeah.
I could have been that too.
There's a lot of respect on that side. Then also, speaking of respect, this is the most respectable that I've ever seen Jake Paul in a face-off or a one.
Oh boy, I can't wait till you see that face to face.
Yesterday,
he was not at all like he was certain he's gonna knock him out. But there was not a single air of disrespect. He didn't get to. At first, he was like, I think his skills are. I think he's mid. He's a mid-level fighter. We got the sauce on him. But then as the conversation progressed, and Josh was just saying these things to him, you could just kind of see it chipping away at him, and it chipped away at his confidence in a way that I don't think he was prepped for, and it affected the way he spoke, and you could just see it. You could see it.
Translates this weekend.
Shook his pride.
It did.
The whole thing shook his pride, which is something. It's hard to contain. That's something that's tough to contain. Especially
it was on his face.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he looked pale, but there were moments where he looked flushed. Like he was just like
he definitely at the very least
lost his color.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
He needed to sort
the
out what he was
complexion
gonna say
and the
next.
lighting was not working together.
And it's crazy to say that, but that makes me respect him more if that's what he wants to take on.
Oh, he gets all the respect in the world. I'm not taking away from this. I don't want to see Jake Paul get hurt. I don't want to see, I don't have that kind of mentality. A fight's a fight. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, and based on what our rules are is what we can do. So I don't take any of it personal. I don't want to see Jake Paul get hurt. I just know that it is much more likely that he's going to make a mistake that's going to get him,
he's going to get him some glory.
Yeah.
He's going to get him some glory.
He's going to have him compromised pretty substantially.
Yes.
I just can't help but think that. I don't want Jake Paul to get the paws put on him, but I feel like he's going to put himself
down.
Fridays, he's going to put himself in a scenario where he's going to get the country breakfast beaten out of him.
All right, so with that being said, tell me, fellas, what y'all seen and what y'all know, come Saturday, if you had to put in a bet, whether it's you doing underdogs, prize picks, MGM, FanDuel, who are you taking and by what method? In what round?
I think that Jake Paul will probably be able to get through that first round as we're trying to figure out,
that cool little side.
But I think that breakdown, unless he catches him with something that he just doesn't see coming, I think the breakdown is going to begin in the second round, and I think he'll get Jake Paul out of there.
Yeah, I was going to say before the fifth.
So, certainly before the fifth. I think he's going to have him out of there by the end of the second, potentially going barely into the third. I think it's going to be late second, early third stoppage.
It's going to be an early night, y'all.
I think that Jake Paul has never been hurt for real. So I think when he hits the canvas the first time,
Spoke on that in the first time we saw him.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think he's gonna have to make that adjustment, which depending on how he gets hit, what he gets hit with.
Regardless, he's got to fight hurt.
Maybe he gets dropped with one. Maybe
done.
he gets hit with a combo on the way down.
Yeah,
Maybe
that boy Anthony, when he goes on straight, when he focuses in laser points, I notice he doesn't break that icon. I'm here, but this is here.
Yeah.
And if you're not looking here, you're gonna feel it here.
Well,
I mean, it's just
it's called being a high level boxer.
Yeah, no, he's high level as fuck, and I don't think Jake's prepared for that that level of intensity for the duration he expects that fight to go on for.
I think we're at predictions right now, right? Yeah, so I think.
So you say before the 5th.
I think second, into second, early third.
Yeah, before the 5th. Like anything past 5, I feel like, and this is just based off of what I've seen. Anything knocked down, drag them out. I don't expect it going the distance, but that between that 6 to 8 is gonna be ugly.
Oh damn!
It's gonna be ugly.
I don't think it's
You don't
gonna
even
come.
think he doesn't think it's gonna go that far.
I don't think
Now
it's
I mean
gonna
like
go that far.
Anthony getting like beat up, but as far
I don't think
as
that's
like,
gonna happen.
Jake just gonna try to just prove he can really hang in there, and we might not recognize him.
I ain't mad at you for that. And based
Did
off
you
of what
give
you
a
both,
prediction after any of that? You didn't give a prediction.
he said before the 6th.
That was the longest.
So I'm saying-
non-prediction I've ever heard. He just
So
said,
I said before 5, but if I'm wrong,
You want to pick a round? Just pick.
if I had to pick a
Pablo,
round,
same question. Same question.
Okay, so what round do you think this is going to go down at, and to who's favorite?
round 4.
Round
Anthony.
4, Anthony. All right. So with both of your two's prediction, I can't go with the same thing. I can't see Jake Paul putting on a production unless he's about to he wants us to take him serious in boxing and not at least go to the decision. So that's going to be, I have to, with both what you all say, to make it spicy and make it fun, I have to say that this is going to go to decision.
And Jake Paul's going to win it?
Ooh, I didn't say all that.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say all that.
Wild
Now,
boy.
calm down. But I feel like if he goes to decision, what's better than that for Jake Paul in this situation? Because y'all had him getting knocked out, his clock cleaned earlier.
So your official pick
Is Jake Paul or no? Them going to decision. All right, Jake. No, you're right. Yes, my official pick is Anthony Joshua winning by decision.
Majority?
Damn, or split.
Or split? Yeah.
Hard hitting questions.
I mean, he said it.
All right,
I never thought I'd hear
you
it.
wanna go the distance.
I'm gonna stand on mine and say unanimous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Jake win a round?
Show as hell hope so. What Kodak say? I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so.
All right. We need to pay some bills. We'll be back after these messages.
Take a quick commercial break.
And we are back.
Hey y'all.
And
it's good to see y'all. So, let's talk about what's happening in the field of music.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'll tell you what's been on repeat for me lately.
What is it?
21 Savage new album.
21.
We listened to that on the way here,
Uh-huh.
and as we were leaving here yesterday, we listened to it.
Oh damn.
So I think minus 2 songs.
Yeah, we got through.
Y'all heard all of it about it?
Yeah, we played the last 4 songs on the way here.
How many tracks is it?
About 12 to be honest with you.
Okay.
We listened to, what was that one we heard twice? My favorite song on there, Gang Over Everything.
Gang
Heard
Over
that
Everything.
twice.
Produced by
yesterday.
Metro. Shout out Metro.
And what's the name of the album?
What happened to the streets?
What happened to the streets?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really found his
Oh, just an artist shout out. Shout out Slime, major underground artist in LA. He did the cover art for 21 Savage album. He also was at Art Basel. That's where they did the rollout.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's tough. Yeah, he's really hit his full potential, just as far as delivery, the ability to change up his flow,
Mm-hmm.
maintain this professional sense of consistency. Yeah, truly impressive stuff. I think even without hearing the last 2 songs, I could say that's some of his strongest work.
Okay.
I actually meant to tell you earlier. I didn't want to interrupt the vibe, but we actually completed the album. When it went back to Gang Over Everything, it just looped into another track, but we listened to the album in its entirety.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's.
I gotta check it out.
That and then
that I Wish track where he flipped the I Wish sample. That was the last track on the album.
Okay, that can't say shout out to R. Kelly, but that was a great song.
Yeah,
We can talk about R. Kelly, not Robert.
Okay,
Right? Yeah.
21 Savage is a big R&B aficionado.
Shout out to that
Boy,
song.
ain't he?
Yeah,
Shout out to that. Shout out to that I Wish song. How about that?
It
Okay.
is. Shout out to the song.
Yeah. Remember that video? The video was so sad.
It's hell.
Yeah. It was for his grandma, right?
Like, it was like he shot out a lot of primarily, but the thing was just
Was his grandma in the video?
family. I don't remember that part.
You don't remember the video?
I don't remember. I remember the premise because that shit was on BT. I kind of
Wasn't it though?
Oh my God.
wasn't on.
Oh my God.
They ran that mother-
They play-
integral part of my childhood.
Hey, BET was on the TV in my sister's room 24/7. It was just 106 in Park, and then Girlfriends,
I thought you was gonna
and
say
then
Baby
occasionally College Hill, and then of course Baby Boy on Fridays.
Baby boy.
knew
I'm
it.
glad somebody said it.
Boy. Yo, speaking of that movie, every time I walked into the caf when I went to UAPB, it was that just happened to be on every time. It was either BET or Centric. It was always Baby Boy when I walked in. I'm like, do they have anything else in the rap?
Certified classic.
Certified.
Just like this album's going to be. I think it's gonna age very nicely.
That was very. I like that. I like that. That was very, very sleek of you. Somebody's getting. What happened with Thugger?
Yeah, he proposed to Mariah the Scientist on stage.
You said it happened
Wow.
earlier tonight.
Yeah, like,
Why?
hey man, that man just got.
What you do? That's what you're supposed to do when you're in love.
Hey, I feel like he may be just trying to speed run the relationship. Hey,
Oh, I must have missed something because
You said he's getting married to a scientist.
that's dope.
Mariah the Scientist.
Oh, that's her name.
Does she have a degree?
Is she a scientist?
What
She
school did
actually
go
had
to?
went to college for either a scientific field. That's why she.
What is
Does
so?
she
knows
have
the
a
name.
degree?
That's
What-
where her name came from. She dropped out to pursue music.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So she makes music.
I
Yeah.
can't knock that.
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
yeah. Coincidentally enough,
Could she
her,
be Mariah the
her
rapper?
and her and Yachty went to the same college.
UAPB?
No, Alabama, fool.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
I think she went. I think they went to ASU, another HBCU though.
ASU.
Shout out to all the HBCUs.
Hey, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
UAPB alumni in the building. Y'all know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Pablo, if I see you.
Okay, so yeah, they got married. All right, Young Thug got married to a scientist. I mean,
Yes.
don't let me knock her because she is Mariah the scientist. The
Hey, you
girl
put
that,
Burning Blue on.
the girl that
girls go
was,
crazy.
I'm sure. But isn't that the girl he was with where he was locked up?
Yeah, she.
The one that was on the phone calls that got leaked?
for sure.
Damn, when they, oh man,
Yes,
I
I
must
did
be
that.
out the loop. I must be all the way out the
For
loop.
sure.
Because I thought they was going out of their thing. All right, that's what's
Yeah.
up. But it's all probably,
Yeah.
you know,
You
for
know how it is,
publicity.
It's not good.
You invested into
Really
this.
he really
I'm
has
not gonna
this.
lie.
I was gonna say he
Uh,
really has this.
I'm
all
a big.
this.
I'm a big fan of Southern rap.
Yeah.
And living in Atlanta, getting to seeing that. I visited there a lot as a kid, but being as an adult,
Yeah.
understanding the culture that
You get
I
to take that
appreciate
on.
and seeing it in real time happening. I literally was in Atlanta for 2 years from getting locked up to shoot. I'm seeing him get out. So
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting being there for the journey
That hits home.
vicariously as a fan of the music.
Okay, well, congratulations.
To the two of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, making
Who
that
else?
next
Mazel
step.
tov.
Shout out to
I don't know
y'all.
if they're Jewish.
Oh,
Still,
is that,
a term
Well,
of
not-
celebration.
I wouldn't say still because it,
is
I
that
don't know
not
if that's
a-
the appropriate
Dude,
term if you're not.
I thought it was like oy vey. We could just it could just be thrown out if it met the requirements.
Oy
I
vey.
don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm just gonna drink my Gatorade.
Well, shout out to y'all.
Um,
And if
There's
there's a
one
couple
more thing,
extra
too.
seats there, you know.
Oh
we'll,
yeah, no,
we'll
for
come
sure.
to the wedding.
For sure. Also,
I'm afraid I won't be able to make it.
Like I said, we'll come to the wedding.
we here. Also though, One more thing. That boy Pooh Shiesty dropped that first day,
That first day
out
out freestyle
video.
was tough.
Listen, that boy was talking.
That boy
Wasn't he?
He bought out an instrument at some point. He went to jail after he signed the paperwork. The M's was accumulating for him. He came out with that dog shit on him.
Yeah,
Big shit popping.
Heard that yesterday when we were here at Suya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty evident that he rapped everything that he wrote while he was locked up.
Yes, 100%.
Just put it all in one song, which
He had to get it off his chest.
That's
Yeah,
okay
I
because a
felt
lot
like-
of
it
rappers
felt like
went
a
in and
solid-
didn't do that.
I felt like a solid transition. I feel like more rappers should have their first day outs. Like every rapper should have their first day out, just so we can assess where your skill set's at now that you've been out for a game for a while.
Yeah.
I think this brings up a much more important aspect of rap going to jail.
Talk
in the
about it.
hip hop game. When you get locked up and you get out, do you still got it? You would assume yes, because what else you gonna do in there, right? You're gonna write, or unless you're not a great writer.
I look at it a different way. Unless you wasn't about that life you was rapping about in the first place.
Ooh.
Yeah. Correct.
But you got some
But I
material
mean,
right about now.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you aren't just a natural writer and you get locked up, you need some kind of influence. You need some kind of motivation. You need to be doing something. You need some kind of reference. If you I feel like when you go, and this is what the first day out freestyle should be. It should be assessing if you still got it or never had it. I think it should be a requirement. We should base it off of the success of Pooh Shiesty and his first day out. That shit was tight.
That is the benchmark going forward.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
I think so too. I think even though he's been locked up, we're all running around yelling, free Shiesty. I think it wasn't until I was listening to his that verse yesterday that it really kind of hit home that he had been gone, and you could tell that he took his craft into consideration with the time that he had. He used used the off season, I guess if you call it that, not to
Polish it.
Yeah.
Polish up the skills for sure.
Because he could have just been in there surviving, not
Fucking around.
fuck music.
Fucking off.
I mean, they're fucking off, not to say it.
Getting
Yeah,
fat off the
yeah.
commissary.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's the thing. You could have been in there doing that.
100%.
They've been there
Yeah,
doing
that
that.
I
off
don't want to talk
commissary, man.
bad about any other artists, but we see it firsthand.
In real life.
And recent artists that have been released from jail, prison, that have been locked down for so much time that we thought was the top dogs. Because they ain't just one. There's only a
I need
handful
to
of
point
people
out
that did good first days out.
Max B did not drop a first day out freestyle.
Rightfully, thank you.
He didn't drop a first day out
When I say thank you,
freestyle,
I'm talking
but
about
he
to
went
him.
straight on tour. Did a local New York tour, all the venues that supported him while locked up.
That's tough.
That's appropriate.
That's tough. That's
Did
tough.
I just want to point that out.
Okay. Hey, welcome home.
Welcome
Max.
home, Max.
Welcome home.
Boo.
Listen, it's a spot. It's a spot on the pod for both y'all.
Be sure to go check out that 21 Savage, and be sure to go check out
FDO.
that first day out.
Yes, sir. Pooh Shiesty.
Welcome
I-
home, Pooh Shiesty, man.
I believe that's all we got for y'all today.
And with that being said,
We out.
thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying.
Hit that subscribe button. It's on
It's
that
free.
corner right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Right under there. Click
And if
that
you can't do
subscribe
that, you
next
ain't
to the like.
inclined to
We
do that,
appreciate
give us
that.
another chance. At least hit that like. Drop a comment in the chat. And we'll see you all next time.
Thank you and good night.